southeast coast of Bangladesh, and it's one of the most popular tourist destinations in Bangladesh. It actually holds the claim for the longest unbroken sea beach in the world, with a length of 155 kilometres. And I was pretty keen to come down here and check it out, so I just came down from Chittagong this morning. Bus trip took about 5 hours, despite the distance being about 130 kilometres. So it's pretty slow going, much the same as the bus journey from Dhaka to Chittagong. So just wanted to record a quick vlog and give you guys a bit of a look at the beach, in case you're considering coming down here and spending some time down here. So first impressions of the place. I had to good man. Nah, I'm alright. It's actually not too bad. Like, it's pretty chilled, but the beach itself is actually pretty clean. Like, the sand doesn't look too bad. The rubbish has been kept at a minimum, and we've actually got some like lounge chairs up here with umbrellas and that sort of thing. You come down the beach, you can chill out in the shade. Water conditions don't look too bad. There is a bit of a breeze blowing today. Yeah, it certainly looks inviting. I might even go for a swim myself, I think. Half an hour. Yeah, one thing to be mindful of though is it's still quite conservative here. So as a visitor, we should still be respecting the local people and the local culture. So if you've spent a bit of time South Beach, Miami, Gold Coast, Australia, Copacabana, Brazil, places like this, and you like to strut your stuff and you think you're all that, well, that's probably not really going to go down too well in a place like this. So just something to take into consideration. That's not saying you can't enjoy yourself, get a tan and go for a swim. If you're going to do that, I'd probably recommend you just find yourself just a more sort of secluded patch of beach. I mean, there's a lot of empty chairs and that along the water's edge here, where I think you could probably get away with that with a bit of discretion. Well, we've even got some kite surfing going on over here. There's not much in the way of waves here, so if you're a keen surfer, you're probably not going to get too much of that done around here. So if you're thinking about visiting Bangladesh and you want my opinion, I say hell yeah, do it. Now, I've been in the country for nearly a week and I'm having an absolute ball. Now, you just got to prepare yourself for a few things mentally, but if you spend a bit of time in developing countries, you should get by pretty easy. Come across a couple of things that have been a little bit confronting, but certainly the positives far outweigh the negative in my view. So the people have been really lovely, very hospitable. It's just been fascinating, like just walking around the streets of Dhaka, Chittagong and now Cox's Bazar, just embracing it, loving it. It is what it is, you know. Yeah, there's a bunch of young blokes playing in the water there. They come out wanting a photograph. I've really lost count how many times that's happened across Pakistan and Bangladesh. People coming up wanting to take a photo. It's a great thing, you know, unity with the people. That's what I'm about. They got a little bit of development going on here. So you got a hotel over there that actually looks pretty swish, and then there's a few other buildings under construction at the moment, but plenty of accommodation options. I'm actually dossing at the Sea Crown tonight, which is, yeah, it's not actually too bad. It's about 60 or 70 Australian dollars a night. not a bad turnout down in this section of the beach. Heaps of people out today. It's actually a pretty nice day. It's not a cloud in the sky. A little bit windy, but yeah, overall it's pretty pleasant.
This is for Bangladesh. Very nice.
They've got some cattle on the beach over here, and the local masjid, like right on the sand, pretty much. Yeah, last time I saw cattle on the beach was in Goa in India. Right, so you walk up from the beach and then they've got the markets over here, and this is where the road is. So there's kind of like a little township, and there's a few restaurants and things in the area, and plenty of like rickshaws and that sort of thing, which is as you'd expect. One thing I've noticed is that some of the rickshaws here are actually electric, which is, yeah, it's good for the environment. As I said in my other video, the fact that a lot of the rickshaws are actually push-bike rickshaws has a profound impact on the quality of the air. Some local kids setting up a game of cricket and then coming down here on the bus, like every couple of kilometres you'd see a bunch of young kids playing cricket, like just in a field on the side of the road or something like that. Yeah, they love it here. It seems there's quite a number of Hindu people here. For those of you that don't know, whilst Bangladesh is predominantly a Muslim country at about 92%, about 7% of the population adheres to the Hindu faith. But everyone seems to be getting along really well, which is awesome. They've got an official on a megaphone here, and yeah, I'm not 100% sure what he's saying, but yeah, I think he's trying to clear the beach or get everyone out of the water or something or other. I don't think there's a shark or anything out there, but right, so it seems my suspicions were correct. I just had a local gentleman come up to me and in a very authoritative kind of way told me I need to get off the beach, but he said it's okay for me to walk back the way I came, but he said you need to gradually make your way off the sand. So trying to wrap things up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Just watching these kids play cricket here, and we had some really talented young cricketers in this country. Like just watching some of the technique, it's actually quite well developed. But one thing too that I think is worth mentioning is that if you do want to come down here, now getting here, if you don't enjoy sort of long, slow, bumpy bus journeys, I'd probably recommend that you catch a flight. I took the bus, but that's because I stopped in Chittagong on the way down here, and when I travel, I don't mind taking buses because I like to have a look at the countryside and the landscape and that sort of thing. Just be mindful that it is a very slow and bumpy bus ride on the way down here. The road conditions aren't that good, and there's a lot of vehicles on the road, rickshaws and things like that, which tend to hold up the traffic. So we were looking at about 6 hours from Dakar to Chittagong, and then from Chittagong down to Cox's Bazar you're looking at probably about 4.5, maybe 5 hours. And by comparison, a flight from Dakar to Cox's Bazar is about 1 hour, and relatively inexpensive. So yeah, it just really comes down to what your personal preferences are when you travel. Alright guys, that's all from Cox's Bazar. Hope you've enjoyed the video. See you next time.